1-5, adding or add and subtract rationals. This should be review. Okay. A little star here. To add rational numbers, use the same rules for adding integers. Those rules. If the signs are same, add and keep the sign. If the signs are different, subtract. And keep sign of number farther from 0. Just some examples would be like number 1, you have -2 2/3 plus 5/6. There's a couple ways you can do this. One way is I could rewrite this problem like this. -2 2/3 and line it top to bottom plus 5/6. Now the common denominator between 3 and 6 is 6. And 3 goes into 6 2 times, so I'm going to multiply the top here and the bottom by 2. That will give me a new math problem that is just written differently with 4/6 plus 5/6. Okay, now if you do it this way, then if we notice something, this is negative and this is positive. The rule is when the signs are different, we subtract. So this is actually a subtraction problem. So now I cannot do 5 from 4, I have to subtract. So I'm going to borrow. If I borrow from here, then I'm borrowing 1 point, or 6/6, which becomes 10/6. 4/6 plus 6/6 is 10/6. So now 10 minus 5 is 5. Bring down my 6 and bring down my -1. That's one way to do it. There is another way that some students like to do it. You may or may have not seen this little trick with adding and subtracting fractions. Let me rewrite the problem. If I have -2 2/3 plus 5/6. First, let me make this an improper fraction. In order to make this an improper fraction, I do 2 times 3 plus 2, 2 times 3 plus 2, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, So now I have negative 8/3 plus 5/6. Now this is another way to do fractions, especially if you hate going through making the denominators the same. But I'm going to keep the negative sign with the top number. Alright? So here's the trick we do. I'm going to go negative 8 times 6 is negative 48. Okay? 3 times 5 is 15 over 3 times 6, which is 18. Now let's follow the integer rules. The signs are not the same, they are different. Okay? Since the signs are different, I subtract. 48 minus 15 is negative 33, because I take the sign of the larger number, over 18. Then let's say, well, how many 18s can I get out of 33? You can go 18 into 33 to simplify. Make sure I wrote that correct. That goes one time. And we'll be writing this as I go, so that's a negative 1. Bring down the 18 and subtract. And we have 13 minus 8 is 5. And then I borrowed, so 2 minus 1 is 15. So I now have negative 1 and 15/18. And that simplifies. 3 goes into both, negative 1 and 5/6. Let's look at another example. Example 2. We have negative 4.05 plus 7.62 equals 3.57. And then we just look at this. The rules are the signs were different. We subtract. You could have lined these up top to bottom like this. Put the one with the larger digits on top, 7.62, plus negative or minus means the same thing, 4.05. You can line it up like that. And you'll get the same answer, 3.57. Next page, 14. We just want to look at subtracting rationals for a moment. Subtracting rationals. You follow the same rules as subtracting integers. So you just follow integer rules. Okay, follow integer rules. Those are 1. Rewrite the first number. 2. Change subtraction to addition. Becomes an addition problem, guys. 3. Change sign of second number. Hashtag symbol for number symbol. And 4. Follow addition rules. I'm going to give you 3 examples. Example 1. You have negative 4 and 1/2 minus 1/2. Well, the rules are you keep the first number the same, negative 4 and 1/2. You rewrite the subtraction sign to addition. You change sign of second number. Okay, follow addition rules. Well, the addition rules are the signs are the same, so I'll add. And then negative 4 and 1/2 plus negative 1/2 is equal to negative 5. Example 2. Let's say you have negative 4 and 1/7 this time, minus a negative 6/7. Let's follow the rules. Rewrite the first number, negative 4 and 1/7, change subtraction sign to addition, change sign of the second number, it becomes a positive 6/7. Okay, well, now the rules are that the signs are different, we subtract and take the sign. Now you can do this a variety of ways, but I am going to have to borrow. I'm going to go ahead then and let's just make this a mixed number into an improper fraction. So 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29. So now we have a negative 29 over 7 plus 6/7. The good news is the denominators were the same. This makes this one easy. Signs are different, we subtract. That becomes negative 23 over 7. And that improper fraction simplifies to the mixed number, negative 3 and 2/7. And the last example, before we go into your workbook, is number 3 example. If we had 12.8 minus 21.6, take a look at something. The second number is larger. Let's follow the rules. We're going to change that to 12.8 plus negative 21.6. The rules are the signs are different, we subtract. So when you line this top to bottom, line the one with the larger digits on top. So even though this is negative, this goes on top, plus 12.8. That makes it easier to subtract. So when you do the subtraction problem, you have to borrow. From here, that becomes 0. 16 minus 8 is 8. I have to borrow from here, and then that becomes 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Bring down your decimal. And the largest one of the two numbers was negative, so the answer is negative. At this time, you're going to get your workbooks out, and we'll do